Killing Floor. What can be said about this gem? It's been around for quite some time now, starting life as a mod for Unreal Tournament 04 in 2005, and finally being released as its own standalone game by Tripwire Interactive in 2009. I'd seen it around when I first started using Steam a few years ago, but always saw it as a little bit of a B-grade shooter and was never sure about picking it up. It wasn't until I was at a friend's place during a LAN party, and yeah, LAN parties do still exist, guys, and after a long match of Unreal Tournament, a few of the guys suggested a few rounds of Killing Floor. Now, after a little convincing, I decided, hey, it was only $20, so why not? Everyone else wanted to play it. We jumped straight into a game, and not knowing what I was doing at the time, decided that playing as the Firebug perk sounded like a lot of fun. So I started setting everything I could see on fire with a flamethrower, not realising that friendly fire had been enabled. Well, let's just say I haven't played Killing Floor with those guys since then. But after some time, I decided to give it another go and get some practice in playing solo, and something interesting happened. It occurred to me that Killing Floor was no ordinary wave-based shooter, but was more centred around co-op and group dynamics. After looking into a few forums and watching some videos, Killing Floor quickly became the most played game in my Steam library and still is even to this day. So what makes this game such an interesting experience? Well, for starters, my personal preference for any multiplayer game was for it to always be a co-op experience. There have been too many times where I've been playing games with friends and they want a deathmatch or play versus in strategy games, and every time I've been through this, someone always gets upset because they're losing, and it just ruins the night of great gaming for everyone. I just want everyone to have a great time. In Killing Floor, you only lose the match if the whole squad of up to 6 players die during a wave. If all squad members die and only one survives the wave, everyone respawns with a basic starting loadout of a combat knife, 9mm pistol, some grenades, healing syringes, a welder, and a little money going into the next wave. Squad members gain cash for healing teammates and killing specimens, where you spend it at the end of the wave at a trader on stronger weapons and armour. The trader moves around the map after each wave. This forces your team to stay mobile and change strategies instead of bunkering down most of the waves, which is also a viable tactic on some maps. Now onto the specimens. They are known as specimens, not zombies in Killing Floor, as the story surrounding the game is about a biomechanical company called Horizon, experimenting with cloning and biomechanical fusion. Very reminiscent of Umbrella Corporation for those of you that are Resident Evil fans. First up is the Clot. This guy is the average everyday enemy that comes in large groups. Nothing too special about it besides grabbing you or your teammates, immobilising them to allow the nastiest specimens to close in. Crawlers, they're the fusion of spider and human. These little guys can be hard to see and also hard to hit as they're half the height of a Clot. They tend to drop from locations around the map that you least expect and perform a leaping attack. The Gorefast is similar to a Clot, but can be identified by its darkened complexion and knife for its right arm. It stays in the pack and charges at you when it's close enough, closing in quite a long distance quite quickly. Stalkers were created by Horizon's biotech division when testing the effects of a cloaking device. Stalkers will attempt to sneak up on you while cloaked and will uncloak when attacking. Bloats? Well, these shambling fat bastards can be quite dangerous in a closed map. They may walk slowly, but their bile causes damage over time, shredding through your armour quite quickly. They also explode when killed, which causes anything around it to be showered in bile, including other specimens. The Husk is the only ranged specimen to appear in waves, preceding the final wave. He seems a lot more mechanical in nature, and shoots fireballs from his arm-mounted cannon, setting everything in the area on fire. Sirens are horrible wenches with an even worse singing voice. They generate an area of effect scream which drains health but is not affected by armour. The Scream AoE also nullifies grenades and some other launched explosives, rendering them useless. Skrakes are surgical mask-wearing, chainsaw-wielding lunatics. They move around quite slowly but charge the squad when below half health, ripping them to shreds with his chainsaw. And onto the abominations that are the flesh pound. Flesh pounds are hulking masses of flesh and metal with drills for hands and a bad temper. You can notice them by their yellow lights, meaning that they are currently in pursuit mode. And when they enrage, they turn red and nothing can stand in their way, not even other specimens. And on the last wave in the map, it's known as the boss wave. This is where you will face the Patriarch. The father of the specimens, the Patriarch, formerly known as Kevin Claimley, the CEO of Horizon, has a chain gun, rocket launcher, and is able to cloak and heal. So to win any other map, he must be taken down. Player perks are the centre of every match. A well-balanced team can overcome the harder difficulty levels. First up, we have the Field Medic. Field Medics take on the role of healer and support gunner, packing submachine guns with the abilities to shoot healing darts at teammates to keep them all healthy and happy while they shred the incoming waves. The special ability of the Field Medic are a healing gas grenade that also damages the specimens. Support specialists are the heavy arms holders of the group, able to carry large amounts of equipment, grenades, and specialising in shotguns and welding. They are a great asset to any squad in any situation. Their special ability is mostly to do with the extra carry weight, able to hold extra weapons just in case members die during the wave. Sharpshooters, as the name implies, excel with anything that has a scope, although they are also a force to be reckoned with when carrying pistols as well as rifles. Their steady aim and decreased reload time suit the sniper player amongst your group, with the special ability being able to stun and flinch some of the larger specimens to keep them at a safer distance from the group. The Commando is a battle rifle or assault gunner class that loves machine guns and letting loose into packs of clots, gorefasts and stalkers. The special class abilities allow them to see the health of every specimen and also see stealth stalkers easier than any other class in the squad. Berserkers are the meat shields of the squad. Going toe to toe with larger specimens, they are able to stun lock Skrakes and kite flesh pounds safely around the map and distract them long enough for the squad to unload on unsuspecting brutes once all the smaller threats have been eliminated. Their special ability is purely their mobility, able to move faster than any other squad member, and they can't be grabbed by clots. We previously touched a little on the Firebug, able to light up tight, specimen-infected hallways with a single twitch of the wrist. Firebugs relish in the smell of burning flesh and metal. Their special ability is notably upsetting whole squads when friendly fire is enabled. And finally, the Demolitions Expert. If you love explosive and red mists, this is the perfect perk for you. Mostly focusing on grenade launchers and remote pipe bombs, the Demolitions Expert can clear a room of specimens in no time flat. The special ability of Demolitions Experts are to create a large smoke screen for the specimens to hide in after an explosion has gone off. Of course, everything said here is mostly starting information for new Killing Floor players, but that is what makes this game such an interesting experience. The situations in a match can change at any time, depending on the squad, perks, specimen group, and even map location, making the game a unique experience each time it is played. Tripwire also go to the trouble every year since release of hosting different events within Killing Floor. For instance, during the Steam Summer Sale, they usually reskin the specimens to resemble the Freak Show Carnival, starring Pukey the Clown, which is a bloke dressed as a sideshow clown. During the Steam Halloween sale, since the last update, they reskin the specimens in a hillbilly horror style. And during the Christmas event, Santa Bloat, his reindeer crawlers and the Gingy Fasts come out to play. And all these reasons are why I'm quite excited on the announcement of Killing Floor 2, which is being developed on Unreal Engine 3. If you'd like more information on Killing Floor 2, check out the video description for the Steam store links. I hope you all enjoyed this A to Z spotlight on Killing Floor, and I'll leave you guys with some extra footage. Take care everyone, and happy gaming.
you good about me, boys. Come in front of me.